What if I told you that the first 7 seconds you meet someone could determine the entire course of your relationship with them? Sounds intense, right? But it's true. Whether it's a job interview, a networking event, or a first date, those initial moments are absolutely critical. You might be thinking, how can something as complex as a human relationship be decided in just a few seconds? Well, here's where science comes in. There's a wealth of research that shows first impressions are hardwired into our brains. Now, here's the best part. First impressions aren't just a guessing game, and you don't have to leave them to chance. With the right strategies, backed by psychology, you can make an impression that sticks. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have practical, science-based tips that will help you own every first impression you make. These aren't just quick tricks, they're lasting habits that can transform how people see you. Let's kick this off with the science. Why are first impressions so powerful? The answer lies in something called thin slicing. Psychologists use this term to describe how we make quick decisions based on very little information. According to a study from Princeton University, it takes just 1/10 of a second for people to form an opinion about you. Think about that. In less time than it takes to blink, someone has already made assumptions about your personality, intelligence, and trustworthiness, all before you've said a single word. But don't let that scare you. Instead, see it as an opportunity. By understanding how these snap judgments work, you can take control of them. The key is to focus on the things you can control. Let's start with the easiest one, your body language. Body language accounts for more than 50% of the impression you make. You've heard it before: stand tall, keep your shoulders back, make eye contact. But why does this work? It's all about projecting confidence. Whether you feel it or not, standing confidently tells others that you're self-assured and comfortable in your own skin. This is where the concept of power posing comes in. Social psychologist Amy Cuddy's famous research found that holding a power pose for just 2 minutes can actually change the way you feel. It reduces stress and increases testosterone levels, making you feel more dominant and in control. So before you step into that big meeting or that first date, take a moment to power pose. You'd be surprised how much it can shift your mindset. We can't talk about first impressions without diving into the realm of nonverbal communication. Here's a crazy statistic: 93% of communication is nonverbal. That means only 7% of what you actually say is being interpreted by the other person. The rest is based on how you say it and what your body is doing while you speak. One of the most important nonverbal cues is eye contact. Maintaining good eye contact can make you appear more confident, trustworthy, and engaged. A 2015 study from the University of Wolverhampton found that people who made regular eye contact during conversation were more likely to be seen as credible and likable. But don't go overboard. Too much eye contact can feel intimidating. Aim for the sweet spot. 60 to 70% of the time you're speaking or listening, maintain eye contact. This shows the other person you're fully present, but not trying too hard to dominate the interaction. But it's not just eye contact. Think about your facial expressions. Smiling, for example, is a powerful way to break the ice. Researchers at Pennsylvania State University found that when you smile, people are more likely to see you as approachable and friendly. Even better, smiling is contagious. It triggers a mirror response in the person you're talking to, making them feel more at ease. So, the next time you're in a new social situation, try greeting the person with a genuine smile. It's one of the easiest ways to instantly create a positive connection. Now here's the tricky part. You don't want to come off as someone you're not. Authenticity is everything. The moment people feel like you're being fake or insincere, that positive first impression can crumble fast. In fact, Harvard Business School research shows that authenticity is one of the most important factors in building trust in relationships, both personal and professional. But here's the good news. You don't have to be perfect. In fact, being vulnerable can actually strengthen a first impression. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're at a networking event and you're feeling nervous. Instead of trying to mask your nerves by overcompensating with confidence, acknowledge it in a lighthearted way. Something like, "I was a little nervous coming here because I wasn't sure what to expect, but I'm really glad to meet you." This small act of vulnerability shows that you're human, and people will likely feel more comfortable around you because of it. Remember, people don't expect you to be flawless, they expect you to be real. Trying too hard to impress often has the opposite effect. Stay true to yourself, and others will appreciate your genuineness. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you always notice first about someone when you meet them? Is it their body language, their voice, or maybe the way they dress? Drop your answer in the comments below, and let's start a conversation about how we all experience first impressions differently. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about something we don't always think about: your voice. The way you speak can drastically alter how people perceive you. A study by the University of Chicago showed that people who vary their pitch and tone are perceived as more dynamic and likable. So, when you're speaking, try to bring energy into your voice. A flat, monotone delivery can make you seem disinterested or nervous, even if you're saying something important. Here's a quick tip. Practice smiling while you speak. Yes, even over the phone or in video calls, people can hear a smile in your voice. It makes you sound warmer and more approachable. Another tip? Slow down. When we're nervous, we tend to speed up our speech, and that can make us seem anxious or unsure. Slowing down not only makes you sound more confident, but also gives the listener time to process what you're saying. Okay, now let's get into a somewhat controversial topic: appearance. There's no denying that how you dress plays a significant role in first impressions. But here's where people get it wrong. They think they need to wear expensive clothes or follow the latest fashion trends. The truth is, dressing well is more about dressing appropriately for the occasion and feeling comfortable in what you're wearing. There's a psychological phenomenon known as enclothed cognition. The idea that the clothes you wear not only affect how others see you, but also how you see yourself. If you're wearing something that makes you feel confident, you're more likely to project that confidence. It's not about wearing the most expensive suit in the room. It's about choosing an outfit that makes you feel like your best self. So, whether you're going to a job interview or a social event, take a few moments to think about what message your outfit is sending. Are you trying to appear professional, approachable, creative? Dress in a way that aligns with how you want to be perceived, but also in a way that makes you feel good. Here's something that often gets overlooked in discussions about first impressions: the follow-through. The first impression doesn't end the moment the conversation does. In fact, how you follow up afterward can leave an even bigger impact. Think about it. When was the last time you met someone, had a great conversation, and then never heard from them again? It feels a little disappointing, doesn't it? A simple follow-up email or message can go a long way in solidifying that positive impression. It shows that you're thoughtful and that you valued the interaction. A quick, "It was great meeting you," or "I'd love to continue our conversation sometime," can keep the momentum going and leave a lasting impression. So, don't underestimate the power of following up. It's an easy step that can make all the difference. To wrap things up, remember that first impressions may happen in the blink of an eye, but they don't have to be left to chance. With these practical tips, whether it's improving your body language, mastering your nonverbal cues, or simply being your authentic self, you can shape how people perceive you and set the tone for lasting, meaningful connections. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more self-development tips that can help you transform your personal and professional life. And if you know someone who could benefit from mastering their first impressions, go ahead and share this video with them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.